Arrgh, mateys, we're going on a pirate adventure.
All right, we talked about the pirate flag being the Jolly Roger. All right, so there's a pirate flag. And we got a great pirate story to share today. This one is called How I Became a Pirate. It's written by a South Carolina author, Linda Long, and illustrated by David Shannon. Yay! The same dude who does all the No David stories and Duck on a Bike, and we love his illustrations. All right, so in this adventure, Jeremy Jacobs is building a castle on the beach. All right, pirates have green teeth, says Jeremy Jacobs, when they have any teeth at all. I know about pirates because one day when I was at the beach building a sandcastle and minding my own business, a pirate ship sailed into view. Now, I knew what it was because it had a flag with a skull and crossbones on it, and because I could hear the pirates singing, "Hey ho, blow the men down," and they were a little off key. I tried to tell Dad, but he was too busy setting up the beach umbrella, and I tried to tell Mom, but she was busy slathering my baby sister with sunblock. So I went back to my sandcastle, and I kept an eye on the pirates. By then, they were rowing to the shore. When they landed, the head pirate climbed out of the boat, and he yelled,
"Ahoy there, matey! Be this the Spanish Main?"
"No," I said, "this is North Beach."
"Well, shiver me timbers," the pirate said. "We must have taken a wrong turn at Bora Bora."
He walked around my sandcastle and he looked at the moat, and then he yelled back to his crew,
"He's a digger, and a good one to boot."
"A good one to boot," the others agreed.
"What be your name, matey?"
the head pirate asked. "Jeremy Jacobs, sir," I told him.
"Well, Jeremy Jacob," he said, "you're looking at Braidbeard and his crew, and we've been needing a digger like yourself. We've a chest of treasure to bury."
"Ah, treasure!" the others shouted.
"You're coming with us," Braidbeard told me.
And I didn't think Mom and Dad would mind as long as I got back in time for soccer practice the next day. So I wanted to share this story with you so you could get a better idea of what pirates may look like. And so here's the teeth that are green when they have teeth at all. And there's the beard that makes them braid beard because it's long and braided. You got jewelry. We got that parrot there on the shoulder. That's the traditional costume or the idea of pirates. And that's how Jeremy Jacobs explains I became a pirate. Now, as soon as we were on board, Braidbeard showed me the chest of gold and jewels.
Got to find a safe place for this here treasure. It's high time we're off," he announced.
"We're off," we all shouted, and then we set sail. There was plenty to do on board. The pirates taught me to sing sea shanties, the louder the better, and to say real pirate stuff like landlubber and scurvy dog. By dinner time, I could speak pirate perfectly. I also learned pirate manners. Braidbeard pounded his fist on the table and yelled,
"Down the hatches, me laddies!"
"Down the hatch!" we all shouted. Braidbeard gulped his food and said,
"Hand over the meat!"
"The meat!" we all roared. Nobody told us to finish our spinach. There wasn't any. Or to chew up our carrots. They weren't allowed on board. And we talked with our mouths full, and nobody said please or thank you. After dinner, I tried to teach the pirates to play soccer. Braidbeard kicked the ball and yelled,
"Arg, sucker!"
"Arg, sucker!" the crew yelled, and everybody dove for the ball at once, and it rolled off the deck.
"After it, me hearties!"
Braidbeard commanded. "After it?" we all whispered. We fought over who would go get the ball, but it didn't matter anyway because a shark came along and swallowed it in one gulp. So much for soccer. By now it was past my bedtime, but nobody tells pirates when to go to bed, or to take a bath, or to brush their teeth. And maybe that's why their teeth are green. Pirates don't sleep with one eye open just in case, and they don't change into pajamas unless they want to. Pirates don't do anything they don't want to, except for maybe swabbing the decks. I wanted to be a pirate forever. But then I found out what else they don't do. When I couldn't stay awake any longer, I asked Braidbeard to tuck me in and read me a story.
Tuck you in, he bellowed. Pirates don't tuck.
No tucking, the crew cried. And the only thing they had to read was a map. Don't you have any books, I asked. Braidbeard looked confused.
Books?
Didn't even bother to ask about a goodnight kiss. It wasn't easy to fall asleep without a story, but I was finally dozing off when the storm broke. Thunder boomed and lightning flashed, and I tried to hide under the covers as the waves slammed up against the ship. But I keep falling out of my hammock, and I couldn't find anyone in the cabin. They were all on deck.
Lower the sails, Braidbeard shouted. Batten down the hatches.
Everybody ran around yelling and lowering and battening, and nobody had time to sit close and tell me it would be over soon. And nobody even noticed me. I decided that I didn't want to be a pirate after all. Just then, flash, crash, crack, and lightning hit the mast, and it split right down the middle. What do we do now? One yelled, one of the pirates. We'll have to turn back, called another.
But the treasure,
hollered Braidbeard.
Where will we bury the treasure?
I stepped forward. Maybe I can help, I shouted over the wind. I think I know the perfect spot for digging. So when the storm was over, we rowed back to shore, buried the chest. We drew a map so we could find the treasure again. But I don't think I'll need it. And if you look real closely, you see that they're back at Jeremy Jacobs' house, and he's buried the treasure in his backyard, right under a tree. After that, the pirates repaired the ship and got ready to set sail. And before they left, Braidbeard handed me a flag and said,
You make a fine pirate, Jeremy Jacob. Guard that treasure well. We'll be back soon enough.
Soon enough, the crowd repeated.
And if you ever need us, Braidbeard added, just run the Jolly Roger up yonder pole.
Up yonder pole, the others shouted. And maybe I will, but not today. Because today, I have soccer practice. And, of course, Jeremy Jacobs is on Team Pirates. What a fun story. I love this book by Melinda Long. She used to live in Greenville, and she may still be there. I don't know. But how cool that her very first book was illustrated by the wonderful illustrator David Shannon. Good stuff. Well, I hope that gives you a better idea of what maybe a pirate looks like. Arrgh. And I thank you for having good adventures with me in yoga and stories. And I wish you peace and blessings this day. Thank you, guys. Thanks for listening.